Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are well. My name's Duncan Walsh, and what have we got today? Well, today we have a bit of a controversial video actually. I'd seen a few videos on YouTube from several people saying that exercise is not a good way to lose weight. In fact, the effect of exercise is pretty much insignificant when it comes to weight loss. Now, I had to call this out really because, to put it diplomatically, I would have to say that that is absolute garbage. The first guy was a guy called Tim Spector, and he was on a YouTube podcast called Diary of a CEO, which I've watched before. It's a great podcast, and he was on there and he was basically saying that the effects of exercise, even though he was saying it's good for you and he exercises, when it comes to weight loss, it's a waste of time. Now, one of the things that he was quoting was studies where people had undergone an exercise program in order to lose weight. And these studies had shown that the people lost no weight or lost very little. But if you look at those studies, what actually happened was that the people developed a greater appetite and ate more. Well, that is a behavioural thing. That's a lifestyle thing. It's nothing to do with the fact that your body holds on to food more efficiently or something. It's just simply the fact that they ate more. I could sit at my desk all day and do no exercise and eat very little, and I would lose weight. Conversely, I could exercise all day, and if I then go home and eat like a pig, I could actually put on weight. So these are common sense concepts, really. And the studies themselves actually said that these results can be misleading because the participant simply ate more. Now, there are actually a lot of studies as well that show that exercise suppresses appetite, and that is something that I've experienced and people that I've trained have experienced as well. Another line of thought is that as you exercise, your resting metabolic rate goes lower. Well, your heart rate may go lower, but if you're exercising and your muscle to fat ratio improves, in other words, if you lose fat and develop muscle burns calories at a rate of about 3 times the rate of fat. So if your muscle to fat ratio is improving in favour of more muscle, then your metabolic rate is naturally improving. Plus, when you exercise, you will have to repair muscle, build new muscle, which is all adding to your metabolic rate, as well as the EPOC effect, which is the excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, whereby you continue with an afterburn after the exercise session has actually finished. So your metabolic rate continues to burn calories at a higher rate, even if you're sat watching the TV hours later. So I guess that the idea is that diet alone can make you lose weight. You can lose weight if you cut your calories, even if you are quite inactive. Exercise alone can make you lose weight, but not necessarily. It depends how much you're eating in conjunction with the exercise. But to say that exercise is not a good tool or is insignificant is crazy. Now, I do agree that diet is probably more important than exercise if you're on a weight loss program. And it's very hard to out-exercise a bad diet. And the parameters of that will vary according to your age. It's easier to lose weight when you're younger, and the amount of exercise you're doing and the intensity of exercise. Now, another guy that was saying a similar thing was Dr. Eric Berg. I think he's a chiropractor. And he said that exercise will play a trivial role in any weight loss program. And again, that is such a misleading thing to say. And dare I say, quite irresponsible, really. And the reason it's irresponsible is because if someone is looking to lose weight, they're going to disregard exercise as an option. And then they're missing out on all the myriad of physical and mental benefits of exercise. And both the guys I've mentioned will advocate exercise for other things, but it's because they are disregarding exercise as a choice for undertaking a weight loss program that people may disregard it and then miss out on all of the benefits. Plus, the body composition changing, it's not just about losing weight, it's about building muscle as well. Ironically, Dr. Berg actually had another video where he was singing the praises of HIIT training, high intensity interval training, sprinting and burpees and all sorts of things were mentioned as great ways to lose fat. There was also another channel, Mark's Daily Apple, that was saying the same thing and disregarding the option to exercise in any weight loss program. It sounds a little cynical, but I think that usually the common denominator with these things is that they're selling something. They're usually selling a diet program or a book. They're financially invested. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with making money from YouTube, but you don't want to give people misleading advice. And the bottom line is that I have trained over decades so many people that have lost tens of pounds of weight through exercise, through an exercise program, and actually their diet has changed very little, even though diet is probably more of a factor. But the exercise they undertook absolutely, undoubtedly was responsible for their weight loss. I had one guy that lost about 50 pounds, and it was from the exercise program. So there is no question that exercise is a very, very useful tool when it comes to weight loss. So please don't disregard exercise if you're trying to lose weight. I'll put some links in the description below pointing to some of the studies. Sorry for the controversy here, but I do think it's important to call these things out because it is very important in people's lives when they're losing weight, and it's not easy. And exercise plays such an important role that it's important that people don't miss out on that. I've got some good intermediate workouts coming soon, so hopefully I will see you then and see you in the next video.